Hello Aquarius, welcome back to my channel. I am Mariana and I will do the vibes inside for you today. So I just start shuffling here. We'll see what comes up for you, Aquarius. Let's see. I get a feeling of something that is coming closer. Actually, it could be right in front of you. Now I get the feeling of like crotch watcher. Like I get the feeling of the reversed situation, like you are watching someone, Aquarius, where the problem problem, but like there's something right in front of them that is of importance, whether it's good importance or bad importance, but it's right in front of them, you know, like it can be your life, of course, Aquarius, but it's just like it's right there. Maybe it's something that has been expected or anticipated. It could be loud. You know, like there's noise to it, or something loud, a loudspeaker, or you know, something, it demands a lot of you. It demands or wants. So it's important, it's right in front of you, it demands your attention, or it's loud. It's like you can't not see it, or not listen to it, or choose not to. It's like you have no choice, I think. You know, like a screaming child. It's like you can't not hear it, right? It's like, well, you can choose to, but, well, if it's your child, Aquarius, you know, it's demanding something of it. It is important, but I also feel like it has a loud or noisy. I don't know if it's noise. It could be active, just like there's a lot of activity going on, and it's right in front of you, like it's. And because of that activity or this dynamic or something, it's like you can't not be drawn into it, or you can't not see it, or not be influenced by it. Maybe it's a good thing. I don't know. It could be, you know, like it could be the presence of a friend, right? It could be the, you know, how the computer steals your time, or it could be a habit that you have that is actually loud. You know, like it fills up more of your time, or it influences you more than is actually maybe good for you, or something like, you know, maybe you were worried about something, but I just get the feeling it's right there. It's right in front of you if you could just, but there is something, again, Aquarius, maybe you're stubborn, right? Maybe you don't want to see it, or you don't see it as a, I don't know, a negative thing or a negative influence, or even the other way around, something positive. Maybe you're rejecting something that is actually could be a good thing for you. It could be a progress or growth, or but you're saying no to it for some kind of reason. Maybe it's an addiction, you know. It's right in front of you. Maybe it's, you know, like you sit and gamble on your phone, or I don't know, maybe it's the television, like you sit too many hours, watch television. Maybe it's how loud it is, like how much it influences you. It could be that it's an experience that you have, and it's right in front of you, like, let's say, an accident, or but I get it. I got in the beginning almost something anticipated, like it has already been acknowledged, or there has already been a notice about it, or a warning, or a letter, or a summoning, or some, you know, something like that. So it's something that potentially, or maybe not potentially, but it's foreseen or foreknown that it could or would arrive at some point, and now it's like it's here, it's right in front of you. That's what I feel like. It's right in front of you. Maybe it's something you have been anticipating. A specific situation, maybe. Maybe it's not something that has been, you know, like you were not given a notice by your landlord, or it's something you knew, like your crown chakra, your intuition has sent this to you, like you knew that somehow eventually when this becomes active, it will be right in front of you, and it's like you have almost anticipated it, known that it would come, or maybe it's something you have manifested, or you have tried to manifest, like I was just feeling into the words return of, like, is it a return of something? I don't think so. It doesn't feel like a return of, let's say, a person. It feels new, like it's something new, or new. It could be a new person, right? But it's a new experience, a new thing, a new job, or a new it could be something like, you know, that when you have young people in the house, children that are growing up, that you are anticipating that eventually they are leaving, or eventually they're moving out, you know. Eventually they want to do that. Eventually that's going to be the next step for them, right? And now it's here. Like it could be that you have been anticipating it, or just take it and put it into your situation. Maybe you have been, the summer is here, right? You know, we could talk about now the summer holidays for some people are here, right? Now I have my exam, like all these years of studying is now done. I have anticipated this, I have foreseen this, and now I'm actually out of college, or now I have the university degree, and a new step, a new thing in my life is going to open, right? A new thing is coming, or a new experience. Or let's say you were accepted in this college, and you're moving out of home, you know, like you're moving to the college, or you're moving across the state for something. So it's like there is this new thing, and you are arriving at the college, and now it's right there in front of you, and this has been what you have hoped for and anticipated and tried to manifest for the last 5 years, maybe, you know, something like that. Now the dream job is maybe here, looking for it. You have worked your way towards it, right? You have gotten the qualifications, you have improved your papers, you have, you know, like you have gotten yourself to what, and that has been, it could be something like that, but it could also be something like, I almost want to say like a fantasy, or like that you have visualized something for yourself, like a dream, and now it's like suddenly it's right there in front of you, right? It's right there. It could be that you somehow hit a success bottom, and suddenly it's like you have this immense, loud, you know, like incoming of emails and requests, and you have to become very active, right? You know, you have to suddenly, like I don't know, but do a lot of stuff or something, right? So that's what I mean about it becomes loud or noisy, that whatever it is that is in front of you is suddenly big, right? It's suddenly big in its expression. It needs something, or it's important somehow to look at it, or give it some kind of attention. As I said, like a screaming baby, that could also be it, you know. You have been pregnant, you have been anticipating the baby coming, you have been waiting all these months, you have been preparing, you know, like the baby room and everything. You have bought a baby crib and all kinds of stuff you were anticipating, and now it's like, now the birth is here, and it's as I said, right in front of you. Now the baby is right in front of you, or after the birth, the baby is right there. It's in your hands, right? It's like, and you can't really, like, it's, you can't give it back, you know, like it's like now it's here and we are having to like take care of it. And of course you naturally would want that. But if you have been anticipating, looking forward to, preparing, you know, your entire body was preparing for this, and now we are finally pregnant, right? Or she has given birth, right? And now the baby is here, you know, it's something like that. It's right in front of you, and it's important somehow. You can't not kind of hear it. Like you can't just not like just turn the volume down and then we won't hear it, or it won't affect me. Like there is no off switch on a baby, for instance, right? It's something like that. It's like you can't just turn it off. And it's like it's right in front of you. So as I said, it's like if you turn on the computer and you sit in front of the computer, or you take your phone and you sit there with your phone, and then 3 hours later you're realizing, oh, it's dark now. It's like it can become that loud for you in your awareness, right? It takes so much of your time, perhaps. Whatever is there is loud. It's impacting you in a loud way, in a way that takes you away from everything else. You see, it's something like that. It could be that its impact, like it has a really big, messy, noisy impact on you, on your heart, on your awareness, on your. Now I have this picture of, like, you know, a young boy who has been living a, you could say, more or less secure life. He has been going to school, he had friends, he had hobbies, you know, and now he's going to military. And in that military experience, he is now confronted with cannons and guns, and there are sergeants screaming at them and ordering them around, you know, like having, like suddenly there's this impact, and it's right in front, it's in your life, it's right in front of you, just before you. You can't seem to not be there, right? In it somehow. And it has a massive, like a big, it's loud. That's what I feel like. It has a loud impact somehow. So let's have a look at the cards here. Okay, interesting. Let's see if I get this right here for you, Aquarius. But I hope I'm. Yeah, I hope I will do that. Again, it's because Aquarius for me it's futuristic. So you have a tendency of being ahead of everyone else. my Mars is in Aquarius, so I think I can follow to a certain point, but sometimes probably not. I hope I'm going to give this a fair representation. Okay, first of all, I get the vision quest here. So the vision quest, this is what I talked about, like a dream of yours, like a dream of yours, maybe to okay, I'm just throwing out an example here. If we say we want peace on earth, right? We want peace on earth here. Or you want peace in your life. Or yeah, I'm going with that. You want peace on earth or you want peace in your life. And this is what you want to manifest. Manifester here. Manifester card is something you want. This is maybe what you're looking for. There is also something about the way that she is standing here. It's like a very free, I feel like expressive stand or dance that she has. It could be something like you have a vision quest here, a path that you are trying to take where you want to be able to express something in a certain way. She's dancing here. It's not quite clear whether she's naked or not, but she's dancing in the moonlight here. Wanting to have a free expression of something. Whether this is in writing or reading or speaking or, I don't know, painting or dancing or something. There could be something about wanting to express in a very free-flowing way. But we do know that around the world it's not possible all places to do that. If you want to have an expression like this, you would be imprisoned or you would be punished. It's not everywhere, especially that women can express themselves freely. Maybe you would like that. Maybe you would like to have that free expression here. The manifester card, I see this usually how it's the way I see the card. It's like I see it a little bit hallucinatory, like that. She could be influenced by some kind of hallucinatory mushrooms or something, like having hallucinations, experiences of colors and different kinds of exotic, maybe, but very colorful and dreamlike expressions. Maybe you have been visualizing or you have been dreaming about a certain woman here, like a certain woman, that she is in your dreams, like she is, you could say the perfect woman or something here, the empress. Maybe you have been visualizing that for yourself. I don't know. And you've had all kinds of dreams and ideas about her, right? She is like your favorite one, this one, right? Very expressive and free flowing, and there are no obstacles here. It's very feminine, actually. I feel like it's very feminine, very free flowing. There nobody is like hindering her in her expression. That could be what the vision quest is about, like free expression, without being punished or abused or anything, you know, like having like a free expressive body, perhaps. Like if I want to dance in this way, I can do it without anything hindering me. It's almost like she is in a protective bubble of her own free expression. Maybe you have been dreaming about that, wanting to manifest that in your life, wanting to have that free. It is, as I said, it could talk about, again, someone moving out and getting their own apartment, right? Because here I can like really literally just express myself freely. I can walk around naked. I can go to sleep when I want. I can, you know, I can eat what I want. I can dance and hear music, or I can sit and gamble or game all night long. Nobody is hindering me in that. That is what I want to manifest. I want to have this, what it seems like a very colorful, very free flowing, very maybe a bit fantasy like, because to me this is a bit rose colored. I want to say it's a bit rose colored, in the sense that maybe there are certain things you're not thinking about here, right? The vision quest, it's so interesting how some of these cards sometimes have this cross effect. Here we have these two cards have similar color. These two cards have somewhat similar color. I have divine guidance here, and then I have manifestor here. The search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. So, and manifestor, again, sometimes people use psychedelics to get in touch with their kundalini energy, with like a spiritual quest here, for the divine guidance, wanting some kind of divine guidance in how to maybe, as I said, manifest peace on earth, or peace in your life, or freedom in your life. You want to manifest freedom in your life, some kind of freedom here, some kind of free expression. I want to say, if you drink or drug yourself, or if you take psychedelics, or you I don't know, it just feels like she is in some kind of bubble, and in that bubble she is in this like fairy tale land or fantasy. Does it feel a bit like, I don't know, like a high, or some kind of very rose colored here, right? Some are talking about in the spiritual journey that there's a bliss state, like that there's a state of divine connection that feels like a bliss state. That could be what this is about. Like it has a tune to it of like a bliss state, right? That you have a quest of like a free expression and bliss feeling here. To this, that there's this feeling to it somehow, and maybe that has been your vision here, a vision quest, that you kind of wanted to, I don't know, maybe I said, is it like a return of something? I didn't feel that. I didn't feel like it's a return. So I'm not sure you have been here before, like that you've had this feeling. But you see how this card is right beside the hostility card here. So it's interesting that I have this like rose-colored bliss state feeling here, and then I have hostilities right beside it. What I get from this and the vision quest here of having her in the zone here, you could say, like she's in a state here where she can freely express herself and feel maybe safe and blissful and in harmony, or that kind of feeling. And everything outside, it seems a little bit darker here. As I said, it's like the bliss state is right beside the hostilities here. Right, and I say that these two cards have like the same coloring to it. When we look at this, it's like we have hostilities, but it feels like the hostilities are outside of the bubble. That there is some way, maybe that's what you've manifested here, something like that an ability or an aura that allows you to, no matter how much hostility that may be around you, here, you have somehow managed to have a safe zone or a bliss zone, or where you can stay like this, even though there are hostilities around you. No longer like quarreling neighbors, or, as I said, it's right in front of you, the screaming baby or the noise or the military cannons, or it's right there. But somehow you can find yourself in a state of more bliss, or a protected kind of divineness, I want to say. And it may, again, it's, I don't know, maybe it's like you've I fell into the feeling of whether this is a return of something. I don't think so. I think this is like new, in the sense that you have somehow managed to press the hostilities away from you. Like it's like they are on, it's like there is a zone here around you that keeps you protected from whatever hostilities is out there. I don't know, again, it says here the vision quest, so it feels like this is what you have been looking for or wanting, searching or building for yourself. Take it how it resonates. Maybe you got a solid, like job, and knowing that makes you feel more relaxed, more, now I can relax, right? Because I know all the hostilities of being homeless or having not enough money, this is now pushed away from me, right? It's pushed away because I somehow managed, maybe through your imagination. Maybe this is an imaginary realm, like that you are imagining yourself being free of hostilities. I don't know whether it doesn't have to be that there are psychedelics here at all. It's just the coloring here is a bit, for me, like very rose colored, very we could say that this in itself is loud, right? That it's, maybe this is louder. Maybe you have managed to make this louder than this. Like if this is very small in your life, you have little bliss in your life. Hostilities may be more noisy and take over somehow, right? You can't seem to not pay attention to it. If you somehow manage to make your bliss state more and more prevalent in in your life, more and more, like you keep your focus on something that is more blissful or calm or safe or free flowing and joyous and like expressive like you want it. Maybe this is now more loud, you could say. Like this is more important. Like the hostilities, it becomes less loud because now this is louder. Or it feels more prominent. Maybe you are more focused on this than this. Like that you are more focused on possibilities and options instead of like challenges and pressure and workload and like no choices here. Like this is something you're forced to do or forced to be in, and here you have choices and there are colors and it's more blissful and fun and we could talk about someone falling in love here perhaps, but with the divine guidance card I want to say there's more to it. It's like you've somehow cognitively again here somehow managed to have something has been guiding you here, or you have been looking for guidance that can take you away from hostilities here. It says here, the search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers and friends. So instead of surrounding yourself with hostilities, of any kind here, maybe you should surround yourself with something else. And because there are hostilities in your life, demands, requests, any kind of, a pressure, it doesn't mean that you can't have, you could say, a break, or you can seem to have your own free flowing life here, or free expressive life, and you seemingly get that when you go into your zone of more positive and blissful thinking, when you seek maybe your divine guidance here, or you talk to God, or you you let yourself be guided here towards something that is more blissful in your life, even though there may be hostilities. That you have been on a vision quest here for something that is seemingly peaceful and safe, even though there can be problems, right? There can be challenges here and obstacles and bump in the road and, tests or whatever you may call it here. It's like, it feels like, and again, I have this feeling it's right in front of you. So if you could just, I want to say, pick it up, like it's right there. Something is right there. So these two cards definitely talk about manifesting and divine guidance. There is something about these two wanting to come together here, that you should trust your intuition here on something. And it could be that you go into a meditative state somehow here, like how she's free flowing here, in her zone, like she makes herself a zone that is hers, And in that she can drift, right? In that she can have this like transformative, beautiful, blissful, colorful, happy, joyous, perhaps experience here, because she's free flowing, right? Here, nothing is hindering her in her expression, in her, like there are no critics here. You know, like that. There's nothing criticizing her or telling her that this is not possible. This is like a realm of possibilities, a realm of non-judgment, a realm of, you could say, self-acceptance or acceptance in general, right? That here there is pure acceptance, and therefore it is so blissful. Therefore it is so nice to be here, right? And someone rather wanting this than being confronted with all the hostilities. It could be a self-care thing that you choose to, I don't know, again, it could be a place, right? A place that where you can go. And when you go to that place, it's like, here I'm totally free. Here I'm totally, I can dance, or I can be who I am. There is no judgment. There is no criticizing. There is no, like, there's no noise, right? The noise is outside of these doors or outside of this room. I have somehow managed to, I don't know, have a protective shield, right? And within these boundaries here, I decide, right? I decide what's inside these boundaries here, or inside this bubble. This is my bubble. I decide what's in here. If someone comes along who is threatening me here with his sword, right? I just bounce him off, you know, like, I don't want to hear his criticism or his hostility. If they come in with hostilities here, blame, or I don't know, all kinds of, it's like you have a wall around you, and inside that wall you can flow freely. Maybe it's a place, maybe it's a person, you know, like, maybe there is a person that when you are in their arms, it's like, here you can flow freely. There is no obstacles here. It's blissful and harmonious and non-critical. It's almost a bit like a womb, right? Like, in here there are no criticisms. The child in the womb, nobody is criticizing it. It's like it's in its own world, where in here it can just, you know, like, flow and swim, and I can just be here, like in the womb. I can just be here. Here I am free. Here I am protected also. I am, nothing is judging me or demanding anything of me, you know, like, where here, these are the, maybe this represents the hostilities of, I don't know, your work life, or this is a place where you can feel, yeah, it feels a little bit like a break, like, I can have a break from the ordinary life and all the things that people expect of me, and it comes up as a hostility card, so it feels like pressure, right? This doesn't seem like work pressure, not pressure. This doesn't seem like work pleasure. Like, there's nothing pleasurable about this. it's right the opposite, right? This feels like a war, or like a unwanted pressure. And this feels like a hiding place, right? I go hide here where I can be free. I can flow easily. Maybe a lot of things is available here. And it can be in your own imagination. It can be with when you trust your intuition. When you just let yourself be guided. That's what I feel like. It's like someone seeking. This is the first card I take out, so it is important, this one. Maybe this is what you truly look for. That you don't want any kind of responsibility. You want to be free flowing here. You want to be able to just, I don't know, rise up and just fly, and having this free feeling to your life. And maybe that's what you're trying to manifest, a freer life, a different life, away from, I don't know, the nitty-gritty of everyday life here. You want something different. And maybe you're trying to find that divine guidance. Right? That it's like the life as you know it seems too hostile here for you. You're looking for some kind of guidance, how to get yourself out of maybe the nitty-gritty, the feeling of fighting here. Feeling of fighting your way through life. Wanting to have a different, more, maybe you want different choices, right? You don't want the 9 to 5. Maybe you want a freer life, where you can take a day off if you want. You can go fishing if you want. You can go bathing. You can decide to stay at home and do nothing. Like a freer. That could be the vision quest here. It could be that this is something you're thinking for yourself, but also for, like the world. Like, why can the world just not be freer somehow? Why does it seem like everything is restricted and hostile? And if I try to have a life like that, if I somehow want to free myself, or say I just want to flow freely today, I meet hostility, right? People, they don't want that. They want to force me into becoming or being something else. So if I want this, I somehow have to manifest it. It may be that you are for now only manifesting it in your dreams or in a vision that you have. Like you can sit in meditation, or you can literally, as I said, use psychedelics, or I don't know. Again, it could be that you surround yourself in a, as I said, in a gaming world. Maybe you sit in a gaming world here because you rather want to sit there than you want to like participate in the ordinary life. Like in the gaming world, I am safe. Like, I sit in my own little room, and I can participate in some very fantasy-like rounds of, like, gaming rounds or servers, right? And it gives me a lot of fun or joy here. It's colorful. It's more eventful. I can become you know, like the biggest, like I am the center of my own attention in there. Maybe I'm the one who is conquering the dragon or something. So I am the hero in there, you know. And in here, therefore, I have a focus on me. I have a focus on what I'm doing in here. Uh, and everything else here is kind of pushed away. I'm not dealing with that. I'm kind of not in that. I choose to have a break from the hostility world or all these demands and things that feels maybe a bit overwhelming. I choose to have a break. It could be that like this could be a meditative realm where you're just, you know, like you are flowing, or this could be in a dream, that you suddenly have a vision in a dream where you meet up with someone here. You meet up with someone and they are telling you something here. That you have a certain element of guidance, that suddenly someone is coming through here and they are telling you something. They're guiding you somehow. When you sleep or when you are in a meditative state, it's like they, you know, like they come they come forward like that, right? They come forward like that and they are telling you something here. How to manifest maybe the free life that you're looking for here, or a freer life at least, or a place where you can be you, right? That you can, maybe they are inviting you, right? Maybe that's what they are doing. They're inviting you to create this place for yourself perhaps, but maybe it could be for others too, right? That you're creating a place or something here where people can have a feeling of this is, here I am just me. I'm free flowing here, right? Maybe that's what you are divinely guided to do here. Should like take your own path, search for something that is you, Aquarius. Yeah, it's quite imaginary. But I also have crown chakra here, so an intuitive inner journey or conversation maybe here. Like over here, I feel like it's like I want to say feminine, or it's a lead. It's gentle over here. It's kind and nice and fun, perhaps here, playful and fun. I want to say that's what I get from these cards here: feminine, playful, kind, nice, warm. And again, safe, very safe here. It's free flowing. She has no armor on. She can just, you know, like open her arms, open chest, everything quite open here. And over here we have the man with the sword, right? And we have also a divine guidance. It says here Archangel Sandalphon here, or Sandalphon. What I get from this is that maybe this free-flowing life here that you want to manifest, it's quite beautiful and kind and everything, but in order to get there, you may need to prepare yourself that you can have hostilities come in, like judgments or criticisms, or people that want to fight you, people that want to like knock your progress down. They don't want you to succeed in whatever endeavor you have here. It's almost like what you're doing here is maybe giving you a new idea to manifest something. But it also says to you that be aware that there can be hostilities coming, right? That it's that maybe it's not that easy. I think I want the drivers out here just to make sure. The drivers, I call them the drivers. They are from, could say, they represent underlying energy that is kind of preparing you for something. It's like a feeling inside you that is wanting you to move forward, that wants you to, that drives you towards something here. So let's have a look at the drivers. So something in you that is moving you towards something. It's kind of guiding you towards something, because deep down that's actually what you want, or that's actually what is significant. So I have, for the vision quest here, I have the beloved. I have journey to wholeness. I have the star over here, Aquarius energy, and I have caring connections down here. So, okay, there is definitely something about the beloved and caring connections that you are facing. Whomever you are dreaming about here, the vision quest, again, it feels a little bit like imagining yourself being in a bubble with someone, perhaps here. Or someone you care about, like you are keeping them in a bubble. Like look at how the hands are kind of protecting the heart here, right? How the hand is protecting something. That's how I see this card. That, like the child in the womb, right? That we want to protect it. The mother wants to protect it and keep it safe until it's ready to, like, being birthed. Maybe this is a person you want to protect here, that you want to keep them safe, or maybe you have kept them safe. You know, like this is someone you care deeply about here. And we have, if we look at this, it looks a little bit like a heart here on her chest, and here we have like a heart also in the hands around it. Like we even have, if I don't know if you can see that, but it's like there are these circles here that are kind of surrounding this. So there is a deep appreciation for someone, you care deeply about them. But it could be that maybe you are it's like I have the journey to wholeness here, right? It's something like the drivers tell us a story about someone you care deeply about. You want them to kind of find their way to wholeness. Or it could be your own journey, that you want to find your way to wholeness. And in order to do that, you are connecting with someone here. A part of yourself, perhaps, that you're wanting to connect with, right? That you... it's dear to you, that it's something that weighs, that has importance, and I feel like it's right in front of you. It's in your heart, I think. Maybe I should say who is in your heart, like who is there, because it seems a little bit like the journey to wholeness goes through them, like it's divine guidance and stars, Aquarius energy again. I feel like you're searching for divine guidance and intuition here. You're trying to figure out, this is the driver, a dream come true, believe in yourself, the end of a difficult situation. The star card is you, Aquarius. It's a driver. So it's almost like it's a part of yourself here. It could be that this and this is the same, right? That she is here. That this is, but she has been, I don't know, but protected or being held like in a, I don't know, a bubble of. And the only way to have the journey towards your wholeness is to have a connection with her, like the feminine, a feminine, perhaps part of yourself. I talked a little bit about this in the, what was it? Was it Capricorn? That the feminine in us, in all of us, that the feminine can act as a muse, right? She can be an inspirator. She is the womb of great ideas and new projects, or even a baby, right? That the feminine is even in a man, right? That the feminine part allows you to connect with something life-sustaining, right? Something, and that could be what this is about. That life feels like a lot of struggle if you are not connecting with her. I want to say a her here again. She is the driver here, talking to maybe the masculine part of you. Like a dream come true could be that you're finally meeting up with her. Like she's here, right? That like she's here. This is her face coming through here. That's the journey to wholeness, that you somehow need her, right? She's a muse. She is, and if this is not the feminine, then maybe another part of yourself. I don't know, your inner girl, the inner child, that you somehow need her, right? To have, and I don't know, maybe she has been in a bubble here. It could be a child of yours, right? That you, an inner child. Again, your beloved. Again, this could be a child, right? That a child that you hold dearly here, right? You have tried to protect them most of your life, perhaps, right? Keeping them safe here. But maybe also seeing that as long as I keep them in this bubble, they can face the hostilities of life out there. And maybe you're seeking some kind of guidance here. How am I supposed to, I don't know how to let go of them, perhaps, but I see that the only way they can have their wholeness, their wholeness, they somehow have to birth through, like they have to break through this, an imaginary realm they live in, a dream world they live in. They live in their own bubble here. and somehow they have to like bust through that, to somehow get to their own wholeness, realizing that maybe you can't do anything about them, you care about it. I talked about something a little bit like that, I would say, in the Capricorn reading. I gave an example of my own life with my brother, who recently got hospitalized because of a stroke, or an aneurysm in his brain. And I was realizing after that, because he has 3 children that they all have a diagnosis like autism or ADHD, and so they are not fully prepared to go into the world, right, and meet the hostilities of life, you could say. They live somewhat in a bubble, you could say. They have been protected a little bit from the world. They don't know much about the world, like their knowledge of the world is not the same as other young men. So if something really bad happened to my brother and he is alone with those children, who should then suddenly help these young men, my nephews, right? Who should do that? It would be normal that family steps in, and I would be one of them, right? I'm his sister, and my father is still alive. He would probably also jump in and try to help, But again, what situation would that put me in? Then suddenly I become their housekeeper, right? So what about my own dreams? What about my visions for the future? What about the things that I may want in my life, right? So that there was this, I had to like really talk to my shadow here, and realize that maybe I don't want that. Maybe I don't want to go in there. I don't want to jump in there. Maybe I would find that there are too many hostilities there. It would take my peace away, my bliss away. It would take, things like that. Even though I care about them, right? Even though I want them to see them get out good on the other side, I would know that they will probably meet hostilities. There will be bumps in the roads. There will be different things that I couldn't control on their behalf, that they can't seem to stay in this bubble forever, right? Eventually they will face something about the world. So take that how it resonates. It's just that it seems a little bit like the star feels like a muse, right? It feels like there is a need for something maybe feminine, maybe an inner girl thing. Again, I see her a little bit like she is younger than this one. Maybe not much, but I see her more like a girl and her like a woman. Maybe it's just me, but it's like there is something about her that needs to maybe mature a little bit. Again, we care, and we may have kept, like we've tried to keep them in a space where they could just, this could talk about a home, a facility, a place, a home. And in this place, they could just do their thing, right? They could be exactly how they are, express themselves exactly how they are. It's like but when they get outside here, it's like maybe it doesn't feel that welcoming, right? Maybe you feel like people don't like you or are attacking you or were attacking them perhaps here. But being at home or in this dream world or in this fantasy or in this gaming realm or whatever this is, that's when they feel all right. That's when they feel fun or bliss state here. We could talk about that this is like an astral travel, like that you travel out of your, when you sleep, you make an astral travel towards someone here, towards someone in a different realm, right? That you're leaving in your little astral projection spacecraft here, and you're traveling towards them here, the one you love, somewhere else in a different realm where things are easier than here. You travel to wholeness, to oneness, perhaps. You go to the one you care about, and in that situation you feel blissful and whole and one. You could say that this is where you can have the oneness. It's almost like this could be a feeling of like a dream state. And this could be when you are awake. That this is how life actually looks like, right? It looks like this. Realizing that you need this one, right? That she's there. She's trying to show you. I feel like, why do I get the feeling of like she is like an inner driver in you that kind of drives you. It's an intuitive Aquarian guidance here. Like she is a guide. She's asking something. She's asking you to seek divine guidance. Maybe that's what is present in your life. This could be the search for meaning in life, right? Maybe you feel like most of your life has been like this. It has been a fight. It has been a fight to have caring connections here. Caring connections is, this is a driver. So the caring connection, in like the feeling of love for someone, is a driver. It's like you should awaken. It's almost like you should awaken to it. Like again, these two are drivers, right? It's like she speaks to you here. She's not present here. It's like she speaks to you, right? She's asking you to seek a divine guidance about your situation, or to realize something about her. Have you forgotten her, right? Have you forgotten me? It's like, that's what I feel like over here, because in your dreams you're going towards her, I think. You're seeking her out. But in your awakened state, it's like you're not it's like a memory, right? She's planting memories in you here to somehow make you see that life is not all about hostilities, right? That there is beauty in life. There is beauty in life. There is an alternative approach. to being, again, this could talk about someone who has closed off his heart chakra a bit, right? He's on guard here. He doesn't want to let anyone come near him. We could talk about that this inner thing here in you, she in you, is asking you to fight for the things that you want, right? That you should prepare yourself to like fight for what it is that you want. But if you want caring connections in your life, you should consider what this is. Are you fighting to keep people off, right? To keep them away? Or are you fighting to get the love that you want? Or that at least in that love is not like in a fantasy. On earth it doesn't work like that. The caring connections can be beautiful, right? But it's different than in a fantasy realm. In a fantasy realm, you are the creator. The fantasy is created by you, not someone else. So therefore you decide everything. You decide how they look. You decide what they say. It's always presented in a, you could say, as I said, it's warm, it's beautiful, it's nice, it's harmonious, it's maybe rose-colored, right? It's perfect, right? It's wholeness here. And healthy and whole and beautiful and, colorful, vibrant. It's all of that. It's just caring connection with another person is they are their own person. They have their own fantasies or their own ideas about what a connection is, what a caring connection is. Like it feels very feminine and very flowy and very harmonious over here. Like it feels like over here there is no conflict and no judgment and no nothing. It's like a free-flowing, perfect kind of harmonious connection and existence over here. But interestingly enough, we only have one person, and one person here. Over here we have like the caring connection with the two people here in this card. It's the only card where we have two people. And I think it's because here on Earth it's like the connection that seemingly is very fantasy-like here. Or dream-like. The dream only exists because you're the creator of it. You create everything in it. The smile they have, the things they say, the things they do, right? All the right things they do. Like this is being, it feels a little bit like being over top in love with someone. In that state, we're not seeing any kind of flaws about this person, another person. They are like, if I can only be with them, then everything would be perfect. But that's not really how it works, is it? Like, yes, she may be beautiful. Yes, you may be dreaming about her. Like she may be calling you forward, right? Like she's a dream come true. I don't know, it says here divine guidance, but when I look at him, I actually feel like he's he feels to me like he is almost angry, like or distrustful, like he's not trusting. Maybe you're not trusting your guidance. Like you're on guard here. You're on guard about everything that has to do with a caring connection. And of course it makes sense because if you actually do want this with someone, to have it, you need to look at why you are hostile here, or why you are prepared to fight, or you are on guard here. I get a bit of anger with him here. It's almost like you're not trusting the guidance you get. Again, look at how he's standing. It's almost like he's standing in front of something here, an entrance to something, and he's kind of standing and you know, like prepared to kind of fight them off. I see him as distrustful, like this one, like he's. Well, it could be someone you're dealing with, that they present as, you know, like they may present like someone you should trust, but underneath it all, and they may, you know, like speak in terms of, I don't know, like they know much about life and they have all this advice for you. But underneath it all, they are actually not friendly. It's almost, I almost get the feeling of it says, the search for meaning in life, consider an alternative approach, surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. And somehow I get the feeling of maybe you're not surrounding yourself with a wise teacher here. Consider whether this is a wise teacher. And I had the feeling it's right in front of you, like the thing that is loud, or the things that you can't seem to ignore, or the things that you can't seem to, it's right in front of you. So it could be someone you're living with. Maybe it's a child, a parent. They are actually now I'm really concerned about these cards here, like it's right in front of you. You see, it's almost like they are standing in front of like a portal here. Like, you see, like there's a like some kind of opening here behind him, but he is standing in front of him. He has opened his arm, like he's making some kind of that you have to go through him, you know, like, or through him before you can get to whatever is behind. He's blocking the way. He's blocking the way with certain kinds of hostilities here, even though he presents as a divine guidance, like he comes in with a friendly smile, but I'm just here to help you find your way in life. You know, I'm here to help you find your way in life. But actually, they don't want you. They are not. They don't want you to find. They don't want you to find your way in life. Can I have a card on the Divine Guidance card here? I am really, because normally I would never see a card like this. Why do I have the feeling that this is... Just showing you the card. He stands like this. It becomes even more evident when I show it to you. It's like he is really standing out here to me, like a big block of some kind. Like you have to go through him to get to the portal. Right? That it's like there is a warning. Is it a warning? It's right in front of you. Like, is it a warning? Maybe it's not like they are not bad, but they stand there because it's a warning. Like they're warning you to go there. And that could be an intuitive thing, right? That because if you go there, you will meet hostilities. Of course you will. Because if this is a journey back in life, to the time you were small, when you were a child, going there means that you are going to face something here. But it's the only way you can go. Like, if you want to have a caring connection with someone, you have to figure out why you are on guard. Or why you are not letting anyone near you, or it's almost like something here is warning you that someone is not good for you, right? That this is the driver, like, I want to have caring connections, but this is all I find, right? That can I have a card on the Divine Guidance in this guy here? Like, I just... I get anxiety here. There's something here you want to experience, like a wholeness, a connection, a free state of being, a warm, feminine, womb-like presence somehow. But and it's like there is something in you that drives you towards it. But you have anxiety here, worries. Like, that's what I get. It's like that this comes up like a warning. Like, no, don't go there, right? You have a guidance that tells you this could be a dream come true. We want to go there. But a part of you is saying no, right? It says no. It is anxious here. That's why I feel like he blocks the road here. He blocks the door. Don't go there. If you go there, you will only find hostilities. Caring connections in this realm we live in, doesn't last, right? That could be one thing. That's why he stands here. It won't last. Eventually, it's going to be a fight. She's anxious here. She's anxious about whether someone here is actually kind. Like, can I get one more card on the hostility here, please? So I get round breacher. Round breacher and hostility, yes, that's correct. If you wanna have this, like this feeling of bliss and totally safe, like safe bliss, warm, feminine thing here, you need to breach through that round. Like, you need to get to that realm. If you live in a third dimensional separation consciousness, you need to breach that realm to get there. And to do that, that may come with hostilities. It's the only way to have this connection with someone. A caring, a true love, true divine love connection, unconditional, true divine love connection, you can have if you breach the realm. Like it's to a certain point, it exists primarily in our mind, not as a physical expression yet. It's not here yet. Like, caring connections are not at that stage. We're living a conditional, you could say, connections. I don't even know if I would want to call it love connections, but it's conditional. It's filled with this, actually, usually. And how our egos are battling each other, how we are not finding common ground, and we're not seeing each other's worth and everything. It's more based on sex, perhaps, or sex and attraction than it is on love. Most of us don't even know what love is. I'm not even sure what it actually means. And I have actually dived quite into what it means, but the round breacher here means that you have to breach through certain boundaries, and to get to that, it means that you have to heal. You have to heal your worries here and your anxieties, so that this one is not coming up as a warning sign, but as a helper here. For now, it seems like he stands in front of it and says no, right? Because what you need to do is to breach around, and that doesn't come easily. It doesn't come without, like you could say, spiritual work. It doesn't come without, like, willpower. It doesn't come without determination and going up against, like, struggles here. It doesn't come without meeting your own prejudice and your own pride, your own like you have to become someone who really wants to fight for it then. Maybe that's what it feels like. Do you want that? Do you want to do that? And maybe that's what it is. It's right in front of you. Do you want to fight for it? Do you want to fight for the people you love, for the one you love, for the existence with someone you love? Do you want to fight for them? Do you want to beat any kind of anxiety here? Do you want to go through the tears? Do you want to go through the battle of something? Will you actually stand up for them? Will you do that? And it's like it comes in as an anxiety here. 5 also talks about change, dramatic, tumultuous change. And it seems like, as I see him really like standing like no, like he stands like there as a no. And that can be your fear response, right? That your fear response comes through as anxiety and says, no, I don't want to go there. But it is a divine guidance card, so I feel like you have to talk to this guy here. Why is it that this is a no? Probably it could be because there's something to be learned, right? To breach through a realm. The realm breacher here is not something that you can just do, just like that. To go from one realm of existence or beingness into another, it comes with an effort, some kind of effort. There is a reason why you are in the 3rd dimension, and there is a reason why you're in the 5th. In the 3rd dimension, you embrace more of this. You have more of this in you. So some of this has to be released for you to, you could say, transform yourself to a different dimensional energy. It's a frequency thing, an energy thing. If you feel like you would like to connect with someone over here like that, having an inner like longing for a caring connection, you have to become someone who can actually embrace that. Like you have to become a lover, not a warrior here, perhaps. Right? You have to become someone who wants to love, not wants to fight. Otherwise, you can't breach into that realm. And it seems it's just like, who is this guy here? Why does it feel like there is a no, or like he stands like a brick wall here? So like to like you have to like confront him to get around him. You can't go around him without confronting this. I want to know what this is. Why? What is this, please? Can I have one more card on that? Get 9 of Raphael here. Make a wish, dreams become reality, a joyful time of life. Interesting. It's almost like, because you see he's holding the lamp here. We know with the lamp, right, it's like you can touch it, and then a jinx or a genie will appear, and he will grant us 3 wishes. But I also get the feeling of be mindful what you wish for. Do you truly want it? Do you truly want this? Because I feel like if you truly want this, whatever this is. If you truly want this, you have to go through these things here to breach this round and be able to attract a person into your life who is like this for you. To have this caring connection, you have to do some work here, right? You have to, you have to overcome some of this. You have to work your way through this. That is probably, this is the warning, or the where he comes forward here and he kind of says no, or he says, are you sure, right? Because I am this guy. I'm granting you 3 wishes, but are you sure you want to do this? Because I get a feeling of no, like this could be your own fear response, right? It comes up as like a no, because it's asking. Look at him, like he's saying, yeah, take it, like take. I'm offering you this, like take it, just take this beautiful lamp, right? And I'm offering you, make a wish. Dreams become true or reality here. A joyful time of life. It's like he's... It could be what's behind him also, right? That you have to go through me to have this. But he comes up like a warning or a fear response, like, are you sure you want to do this? Because when you take this, if I step aside and you go through this portal here and you meet this guy, there is no return. Like now you have said yes. You want to meet, like, I want to find the most beautiful love in the world. I want to be able to have this, the most abundant life I can ever have. Okay, now you made those wishes, but are you willing to work for it then? Are you willing to put in the work that it takes? Because what you are asking for means that you have to confront all kinds of things here inside you to make yourself lighter, less dense, to free yourself from traumas and prejudice and pride and shame and guilt and whatever. Are you ready to do that? And you'll find yourself having all kinds of anxiety for you're worrying about all kinds of stuff. Go through worries, and actually I get, it's almost like it feels a little bit like a reincarnation, that I'm standing right on the brink of a reincarnation. That this is what you know, right? This is the oneness. This is your soul in cosmos. This is everything you know. This is all kinds of blissful. And you are asked, do you want this reincarnation? Do you want to know what it feels like to be on Earth? And because you know this, you say, yeah, I want to do this. And you're just kind of shown, are you sure you want to do this? Because when I step aside, you will meet this guy here. And he will ask you, what do you want to experience in this lifetime? And if you want to say, but I want like a true love, I want a brilliant career, and I want the most abundant life I can have. Okay, so you will now be you will be like, like dropped into Earth. And there is this, like, are you sure, right? Because when you get there, this is what you face. This is what you face earlier, karma, whatever. You're gonna find this more than you're finding this. You want this. This is the driver. This is something embedded in you. and you have been looking forward to find this, but you are facing something else. And it's like there's this, are you sure you want this? Because if you wanna, you have to fight for it then. To breach this realm, become like a match to it. Become a match to it means that you have to face something here. Like this realm where everything is just peachy and beautiful here, and caring and oneness, and it's not quite the same when you enter the realm of earth. And most of the time you will be alone. Like on a spiritual journey, you can be quite isolated. You need to meet your hostilities yourself. You need to become the bridge, the round breacher here on your own. You have to go through different kinds of worries and anxieties, and like becoming really like you want to work on it, like you want to take action, fight it, that you keep your prize, like keep your eyes on the prize here, and you want to work for it, you want to fight it. You want to fight for it. You want to go through all kinds of steps and worries, and you want to grow, you want to grow up, you want to mature, do you want that? Do you want to do that? It could be the feeling that you're realizing, I actually agreed to this before I came here. I agreed to something before I came here. I was given a choice, right? That I was given a choice. I met this guy and I told him what I wanted, and then I dropped into the earth realm. And in the earth realm, you don't really recall much. You only have to go by some of the subconscious guidance. The subconscious guidance is definitely something about the muse here, something about caring connections, the beloved, the feeling that they must somehow be here. Because they are my journey to wholeness, right? This has been the only tools you had, and you have found yourself standing here and having this, right? Maybe you're realizing some of that. And one of the things that Earth presents to us is the ability to fight for some of the things that we want. To wake up and take action and actually grow ourselves up, mature, because in this realm, in the third dimensional earthly realm, you actually have to do something to get it. It's not just there. It's not just something that just exists, that just suddenly shows itself. You actually have to do something about it. I would like one more card on this guy here. Why did I have this feeling of anger? Like there's such a seriousness, almost anger, or uh, a little bit like a harsh teacher, you know? If you want to pass this exam, you have to grow up, make your homework, do well, right? It's like he has this seriousness that nothing is just passed or drops into your lap. You have to work for it, right? If you want the perfect, beautiful love, you have to like cleanse yourself, right? You have to make sure you are worth. Are you worthy of that? Are you worthy of that? And if you actually found her, would she find you interesting? Would she even be attracted to you at all? Do you have what it takes to keep her safe, to keep her happy? Can you take care of her? Can you provide for her? You know, it's something about stepping up into this, like, you want this perfect thing. You don't want a wife who worries, because when she's worrying, she's already stepping away. Wife, girlfriend, you don't want that. You don't want her to worry, right? So it feels a little bit like you're remembering, like you remember oneness or bliss or something. You remember some of this, even though you shouldn't, but you remember some of this. And the journey towards this goes through someone almost asking you here, but are you willing to step up? I get a serious, I don't know, anger, yeah, a bit angry. Like it's almost like, but if you want this, I don't see you fight for it. I don't see you change. I don't see you go through your own baggage, right? I don't see you clean yourself up. I don't see you. I just see you being hostile here. On your defense. I see you being there. I see you alone, and I see you on the defense. I don't see you trust in anything or anyone. I don't see that you have, like when you present this, you can have that love. You can have that connection. It's not in your a vibrational match to you. What you can attract is this. You can attract maybe someone who worries, because you worry, right? You are not trusting. They are not trusting. You know, it's like it can't be any different. So to get what it is that you want, Aquarius, you need to change something. I get almost the feeling of someone remembering, like remembering or seeing now. I see now that I have chosen this to learn how to become more mature, or to own up to it, or have the right frequency to reach this realm. The one I'm looking for, in order to be a vibrational match to them, I have to become like, instead of being so much on guard and distrusting and being a warrior here, I have to like maybe literally clean myself up here. I have to tune myself on something else. get attuned to something else. Like you made the wishes, but it's not just dropping in your lap. You have to do something about it. And to do something about it means that you have to go through your own hostilities, inner and outer hostilities. People may be against you. They may not understand your new choices or your new beliefs or your ways. You have to understand that there can be really opposition here. And you have to be willing to go through that. And fight that off. She has to be able to depend on you, like that others don't have a bigger influence on you, that you will be there for her, right? If you are not there for her, that you fight other people's fight, or you listen to others' advice, or you become someone else's hired man, like that, she's alone. She has to be able to depend on you, that you stay with her here, right? You stay with her. Maybe it's almost like you hear her, like she's calling this forward in you. That could also be the divine guidance, like something is calling it forward, like it's right there behind him, but it's like something here saying no, like it can be your own fears here. These two are the same, right? That no, I don't know if I want to do this, or it's hostile. To get there, to breach this realm is a hostile, messy, loud business. And I get this feeling of it's right there in front of you. Maybe it has been something you have somehow anticipated, that something is kind of coming or something. And now it's like it's dunk right there in front of you. I want one more card on the hostility there. It still bothers me a little bit. I don't know if I can get it though. It's like, yeah, you see here, storm warning. It's like you can't, and maybe that's why you have the no here. Like you know that there is a storm, right? That you have to go through a storm to get to something, or to heal, or like go through karmic lessons here. And it's a maturity thing. It's something that you can, yeah, it's like there is and that's why I get the no. I feel like you have to be really sure you want to do this. If I step as I'm the only one keeping you from going there right now, are you sure you want to do this? Because it's going to be hostile, it's going to be with storm. You will be presented with 3 wishes, right? And you can choose what it is you want to experience, but just know that it's going to be like this. And you have to be able to face this storm here. Lightning, storm. This is water and air, right? And electricity here. It's going to be a fight. And maybe a fight of anxiety also here, that you have to fight your way through. Maybe that's what it has been, like you have already done this. Maybe you have already done this, but I get the feeling that it's like maybe you have really like tried to avoid this for a long time, and now it's like there is no other way. There's no other way, and it's right in front of you. Like you can't avoid it anymore. Now it becomes louder, like the storm comes, it's right in front of you. If you want this, or if you really prepared to go down this road, or you're prepared to go this way, to have this union, or to somehow work for yeah, if you want it, you have to work for it. That's or work. It's maybe not the right word. It should not feel like work, right? It should feel like my life mission, right? It's because you're driven by this. So it shouldn't feel like work. It should feel like a necessity, right? It's like I can't leave this life without having tried, right? It's that important. Maybe that's what it is, that it's right in front of you, that suddenly it's like you see how important it is for you to release something here, to work your way through this drama here, that you have to somehow face some of this trouble, or like you can't live in a bubble, that you have to get your hands dirty, you could say. um, the round breacher here is visionaries, architects of the future, information from other realms, breaching the seen with the unseen, inspiration, seeding a new earth, traversing difficult states of consciousness, birthing ideas from subtle reality, and journeying. So that what you're doing here, you're trying to like breach around. Have you ever felt that there's more than meets the eye in the perception we call reality? That there's more going on behind the scenes? Do you ever glimpse beyond your physical senses and wonder if what we perceive is just the tip of the iceberg? Do you ever get visions or insights just as you are as you are falling off to sleep? That could be what this is, right? A dream state. Do you dream in colors here that are more vibrant than you have experienced in waking life? As you raise your vibration and explore different states of consciousness, you may experience phenomena you might have believed only happens in fantasy stories, right? Through meditation and journeying, we invite a greater awareness of the subtle realities. These realms can be amazing places to bring through pioneering ideas, creativity, and to explore the edge of the universe. This card is about breaching the seen and the unseen. Intuitive painting is a method of connection, but the ability to crystallize the normally intangible can manifest in other ways, anchoring the collective dreaming for a new future. I said something about it in the beginning, like wanting peace for the entire earth, right? Anchoring the collective dreaming for a new future is not as out of reach as we may think. Just as water changes from solid to gas to liquid, we can catch the intangible in other forms. Metaphors, codes, or even math can form the path of the visionary. So it seems like you are guided here but I also want to say it's like with a certain sense of seriousness. Are you sure that you want to take on this task? Because it's not going to be easy. You will face a lot of again, a pioneer Aquarius is always going to meet up with hostile like situations. They will always face storms, right? Judgment, criticism, everything. You have to be really wanting to fight for what it is that you want to fight for. It seems like it has something to do with love. Like it has something to do with the understanding of love, connections, relationships, what love actually is. Can you be a caring caretaker if you take on, let's say, children that are not your own, and you do it because you are forced to? Or you feel obligated to, but deep down you don't want to? Can you be a caring person then? Can you be a loving, caring parent for these children? You know, like when something is out of obligation or out of like not what you really want, not what you really stand for, can you be like really invested in it? Does it come from the heart? You know, like I believe that also in older times, a lot of marriages were not out of love, right? It was like a business deal. Can that become a good marriage? Maybe it can. Can they learn to love each other? The children that are born, were they made out of love? You know, like this, there's an energy exchange somehow going on. What if the children were born, but they were never made out of love, right? It's just a business deal. Is there somehow an energetic imprint in those children? And the children after them, and after them, and after them? Is there an energetic imprint? Even as I said, what does it mean to love someone? Like really love them? What does it mean for a man to love a woman? What does that require? What does it mean for a woman to love a man? How are families supposed to raise their children? Like, is there a recipe? A divine recipe somehow? But it seems like what it is that you are molding here, like because you are guided by something here. What it is you are molding, trying, like creating, dreaming about maybe here. What it is you're dreaming about here, that you would like to, like maybe create, like from a dream space, like drawing it down to earth and kind of manifesting it here. What it is you're trying to do, it comes with a storm, it seems like. Like that there is a possibility that you will meet opposition, and you have to be somehow become prepared for that. If you are dreaming about a more caring world, peace on earth, you know, something like that, can we have a more harmonious, more caring, more feminine energy, perhaps a softer way of living. Can we have that? You will probably meet opposition here. Because the world is not like that right now. It's not really attuned to that. But it may still be something that you are driven by. Like that's one of your main goals for being here. It's in your heart. The beloved is also here. It's like it's in your heart. Right? She is here like an inspirator, she's here, right? It says a dream come true, believe in yourself, the end of a difficult situation. Like she this is something, again, a driver that it's like a fan group, right? She is cheering you here. She's cheering you. Believe in yourself. I trust in you, right? You can do this. We can go the mile. We can get this done, right? We can make this change, right? Even though something stands here and says, are you sure you want to do this? Your fears or something, are you sure you want to do this? Because when I step aside, there's no turning back. You will be faced with the alluring wishes here. And when you've made them, you are here. You know, it feels a little bit when a soul is supposed to incarnate. It stands here. And it's asked, so if you want to go to Earth, what is it you want to learn? What is it you want to figure out? I want to bring total peace and harmony to Earth. Okay. And how are you supposed to do that? I will open this door when you bring forth a relevant and good enough reason for going into this situation, right? You should really burn for this. Like this should be your passion, right? It has to be that strong, otherwise you won't complete it. So let me know what your passion is here, right? And only if you bring forth a good enough one, I know you will have what it takes to go through this storm and all the worries and everything. It's almost like I see it a little bit like someone has realized maybe why they are here. Like this card also says the meaning of the search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers and friends. Like maybe you've been searching for that meaning, and it's like finally it's like it's there. Now I see why I have been struggling, or now I understand something about my life, why it was like that, or is like this. That what it is I'm searching for, looking for, is maybe difficult to create, or difficult to have, or difficult to expect, or okay. I want to take a self-care initiative card here also now, because that's what I've done with the other readings. So a self-care initiative card about a situation like this, like don't be too hard on yourself, or don't be too hard on the world. Somehow it seems like you are here for a reason. That you have been searching for the meaning of life, and that is in itself difficult to find, perhaps. And again, a storm warning. If a storm is right in front of you, it's like you can't ignore it, right? You have to find shelter, or you have to go somewhere. You have to somehow make sure you survive it. Make sure that you get to the next day, right? So sometimes it may feel like all you do is like fight storms. Like, that you're constantly a firefighter, that there's always something in front of you that is somehow loud. Okay, let's have a self-care card on the table here. So I have the King of Raphael. It says here, yes, it's safe to trust the ability to accomplish many things at once and follow your creative passions. So he's a king here, King of Raphael, warm, generous, honorable, and refined. He's a king. And Raphael is the great healer. So I see it as it's safe to trust, right? Trusting or distrust is probably getting you into the storms. And the anxiety about the storm coming, right, is like when you manifest out of this, you can be sure the storms are coming. Like being on guard, expecting something to come in, being anxious about it, worrying about what comes next. Then you can make sure that this is like a cycle that just keeps going here. So maybe it's time to trust that something else could come, right? That maybe there is actually a sunrise after the storm, right? That something good can come. The ability to accomplish many things at once and follow a creative passion, right? That maybe it's time for you to trust that the storm is over, that there is no more storm, that that life is beautiful, that life can be trusted. Maybe that feelings are not always bad, right? Anxiety here. Feelings are not always bad. There are other feelings also. We do have feelings of joy, happiness, bliss, things like that. We do have other kinds of feelings, but we have to trust that they are here as well, that you are not only in a cycle of this, like anxiety, hostility, and storms, that you're not only creating or manifesting out of this, that maybe you need to create a little kind of a zen zone, or zen zone, where in this zone here, you are imagining the most beautiful things you can ever imagine. And when you do that, you start manifesting from that point of view. Like you start manifesting differently. This would be the self-care card, to like believe that you have what it takes, that you can mature here. Again, this is a maturing, right? A king here. That you can get yourself out of the storm, and you can sit here, right, and expect now, as from now on, expecting something more, like more blissful water, more calm water. The sun is coming here, right? And believing that you have power, like you have manifestation power to do this. You're a king here, right? This is a maturing. It's about taking that crown on and actually owning that I am a king. I have what it takes. I have broad shoulders. I am powerful. So if I have, let's say you have been keeping manifesting this in your life, why not manifesting something like this, right? Like this here. Why not manifesting something like this instead? If you have the power of manifesting bad or so-called bad here, negative here, why not also trusting that you can manifest something abundant, great here, beautiful, colorful, light, easy, abundant here. This is the self-care initiative that you trust that you have what it takes, that you're worthy of having things good in your life. And you can get it, you can create it, you can be the king, the visionary, perhaps, if that's what we're looking for. That it says here, yes, it's safe to trust. Maybe this is what you want to restore in the world, right? That we can trust each other here, that we can trust each other. That if there is no trust, how can there be caring connection, right? If there's no trust, how should we be able to do that? That maybe this is what you want, that you want the trust back, right? You want to breach the realm from distrust into trusting, getting the world to trust again, getting yourself to trust again, getting your, the people around you, your family, perhaps your children, to trust again. That it's safe to trust, that we can trust, that in relationships we can trust each other. Maybe that's what you want to, like for the world, that this is what you want to restore. And therefore we need the feminine here, right? We need the feminine to come in and help us. Because without her, there's no softness in the world. There's no warmth. There is no compassion and forgiveness. There's no love, you would say. So we need to restore with the help of her, and I think you know that, right? We say in astrology and New Age, like they talk about the rise of the feminine, the fifth dimension coming, the age of Aquarius is here, right? That this time is about the rise of the feminine, the rise of that we need more of, we need her, right? We need her to be healed, like we can expect from broken feminines to raise and be good caring mothers, right? If we constantly break the feminine, we cannot expect her to be jolly and happy and caring and forgiving and compassionate and receptive and open and shining and golden and everything. We can't expect that if she constantly gets broken. Then you have broken mothers, you have broken exes, you have broken feminines in the workplace. How can they shine this beautiful feminine light if they are constantly broken, disappointed, used, abused, things like that? I see it very much with, like, the feminine is very present here as a like she is a co-creator, but you have to work with her, right? And to do that, you have to, you have to be a divine masculine, like you have to grow up. She can trust if she is with a king. She can trust him. right? If he is really a true king here, who has his eyes set on the fact that we need to trust each other, with a warm, generous, honorable, and refined energy, calm, confident, we can have the ability to accomplish many things together. I want to say, I feel like he wants to do something together with someone else, or another energy, a feminine energy here. This is what I see. We can't have women sit like this. How is she supposed to be trusting if she feels anxious and unsafe and alone maybe? And the feminine is not supposed to sit like, she doesn't thrive here. She can't thrive here. And she can't thrive if a man is fighting her here. She can thrive if she has a king by her side who protects her and understands her. This is where you will see her, then she will become more of this one, right? If she can see that he is making an effort, she will make an effort. If she can see that he is devoted to her and wants to provide and protect her, and not to manipulate and domineer, but he's working with her, respecting her, then she wants to devote herself to him, that it's inbuilt. But she can only devote herself to something that she truly trusts. That's a thing. Right? I think this is one of the things that, for whatever is going on here, it's but it means, of course, the opposition here has to do with, you could say, masculine energy that doesn't want to step up. Masculine energy that doesn't like the idea that they are doing something wrong, right? That they need to change something. That could be the opposition here. Okay, this is what I have, Aquarius. I hope this helped. It took me a little while to kind of tune myself a little bit in. Again, it's a nice and beautiful way of thinking that we can restore unconditional love on earth. Free-flowing feminine expressive energy, where she is totally in her bloom, I want to say. When she is totally in her bloom, the feminine is magnificent. Like she is golden, right? But at this point, we don't see many women being like this. Like most women, including myself to a certain point, are hiding. Right? We are hiding. We have to. But when she is in her totally most expressive, muse-like, and also I want to say innocent, playful state, she's absolutely stunning. And beautiful and magnetic. But most women hold back, right? Because it's either not accepted, it can be abused, it can be taken it can, but I think that most women do long for this ability, like they truly inside them, they long for the ability to be like this. They just can't, it's not safe. So this is what I have. I hope this helped. Take care of yourself out there, Aquarius. Love and light to you.